Hello and welcome to Explore with Kids. This video is a follow-on to which caravan we actually chose. So if you haven't seen our walkthrough videos on the Jayco all-terrain and the Crusader Musketeer Palace, go check it out. I'll put it in the comment section below so you can easily find it. Basically, we're currently on the search to find ourselves a new family caravan. We're pretty new to this whole caravanning thing, but we do have a camper trailer and have traveled extensively with it. I guess we know what we want and I guess what we're looking for. Our trips are limited due to work and school, and a lot of our times our trips are quick getaways or limited to a maximum of 2 to 3 weeks. So this plays an important part in our decision process, in making a decision, and to the reason as to why we're looking basically to upgrade to a caravan. So let's start off with, we love our camper trailer. It's easy to use and easy to set up for a camper trailer compared to others, but we're just finding with our kids getting bigger, we're running out of room, and you know, we could get them set up in swags, but this would kind of increase our setup time and all the extra gear required. There were 2 factors for wanting to upgrade to a caravan. I guess the first was not having to worry as much about the weather, and 2 was even quicker setup times to enjoy where we're actually going. You see, we like to move and we move often. On our big trips, we're basically setting up and packing down day after day. You know, the caravan trailer has allowed us to visit places that I don't believe a caravan would have been able to, but I guess now we feel that we want to base camp and then explore from there. You see, with a camper trailer, if it rained, we had nowhere to go. I guess we really noticed this on one of our trips to Gillard's Beach, beautiful campground on the New South Wales south coast. Yeah, it rained for a couple of days straight. Not just a little rain, but like solid rain, and it was cold and it was wet. We just wanted somewhere to retreat to, you know, somewhere to eat and stay warm. Another thing was if we went away, we'd always be worrying about weather and if it was going to rain, or even if there would be dew or condensation happening overnight. You know, if this did happen, this would mean we would need to pack up the tent wet. Being canvas, we're always paranoid about mold growing on the canvas, and it really started to become annoying packing up this wet tent, then coming home and needing to air it all out. You know, it was becoming a chore and made going away for short trips more difficult, as you know, we needed to make sure the canvas was dry before we packed the trailer away. Often we would wait around, you know, waiting for that canvas to dry even before we packed it up. So what caravan manufacturers did we look at? The ones we were considering were the Jayco all-terrain, the Lotus off-grid, the Crusader Musketeer Palace, Mountain Trail RV, Everest Camo, and Vision RV. So currently we own a Mountain Trail camper, or RV as they call themselves now. They have beautiful caravans, you know, high spec equipment, full one-piece insulated walls and floors. It had all the bells and whistles and ability to go anywhere, just topped it off. You know, it was a really well-built caravan with exceptional customer service that we've experienced. But to put it simply, was just way out of reach for our budget. If we were going to live in it full time, then maybe you could justify the cost, but for how we're going to use it, we just couldn't justify the cost of a caravan at over 150K. The next caravan we looked at was the Lotus off-grid. What we loved about Lotus was the way it was also built. You know, it felt like it was built to a high standard as well and had all the equipment. A lot of the equipment used was of high spec with brands that I've used in the past, just like the Mountain Trail. So I knew reliability was there. Even when you looked underneath the van, it was just so well protected. You know, this was a van that could basically take you anywhere as well. We loved the Lotus, but in the end, at over 100K, we just couldn't justify the cost of the Lotus either. You know, the other family vans we were interested in was the Everest Camo, which we saw on YouTube. They looked great, you know, had a great layout, which was different to most caravans, but they were just too far away for us to see. Likewise, at the time, Vision RV just also came out with a new caravan, but once again, we're just too far away for us to visit. In the end, we knew we wouldn't be doing serious off-roading anymore, and thought, we'd be limited basically where we could tow the caravan anyway off-road. A lot of the tracks we did with the camper trailer, especially in the Victorian high country, there was no way you could tow that caravan. So that pretty much left us with the Jayco and the Crusader. So let's start with the Jayco. What drew us to the Jayco was the brand. Everywhere you go in caravan parks, out and about and touring, you see Jayco. Even at the caravan and camping shows, Jayco's presence is very large. It's relatively affordable and has service centres scattered throughout Australia. Also felt Jayco would have a higher resale value because of their branding. Whether that's right or not, I'm not sure, but that's what I thought. And I guess when thinking of caravans, I tended to think of Jayco. So props up to the marketing department. The Caravan in particular we considered was the all-terrain bunk version. We liked the look of the all-terrain. It seemed to be the most off-road worthy caravan in the Jayco series and seemed to tick most of the boxes. So the next one was Crusader. We've never heard of Crusader before, but stumbled across them while searching for used caravans. To my surprise, they were up there like Jayco as far as the number of caravans for sale on the used market. After looking at their website, we thought the Musketeer Palace was a layout which would basically suit our needs and similar in price to the Jayco. We tended to view the caravan, or we wanted to view the caravan, but it was difficult to find the Musketeer Palace with bunks. I guess we managed to find that life changer Bunky, which we were told had the same layout as the Palace, but that was the cheaper version. So it wasn't as off-road ready as say the Palace was. What we found with Crusader was a well-built caravan which ticked all the boxes as well. So how did we make our decision? We decided to sign up to Facebook groups where the owners of these caravans would post comments and share their experiences about the manufacturer. I guess joining these groups gave us a great insight into how the manufacturers deal with their clients in respect, and also to the quality and after-sales support. In the end, we knew what we wanted. We knew what layout we wanted and equipment we liked. So basically, we went back with Jayco and Crusader with our wish list to see if either one of them could make it happen. When we spoke to Jayco and asked if the date was changeable, if we could add extras to the system or change certain electrical systems to another brand, the answer came back as sorry, that's not possible. I guess Jayco is such a massive brand, they don't have the time to change layouts or add extras. Changing items can affect their process and efficiency with the manufacturing. I get that and I respect that, but I know that by allowing this could lead to headaches and mistakes in the manufacturing process, if every caravan was different. With Jayco, what we found is pretty much what you see is what you get, And then we asked the same question to Crusader, and they were more than happy to oblige. We could change the layout, add different parts of the suspension, or change electrics. Nothing seemed impossible. Look, you do have to pay for all these changes, but we like the fact that we had the choice. Because the caravans had different spec levels from their base models, we tried to get the caravans to the same spec so we could compare apples with apples. This just helped us with the decision making. So who did we go with? Well, we chose Crusader. To be honest, I was pretty much sold on going with Jayco. So what made us choose Crusader? I guess first up the layout, or the bed layout. Crusader had a north-south bed compared to the east-west best of the Jayco. Having that east-west bed did make the van slightly smaller, but I just wasn't sure about, me or Kel jumping over each other. That probably would have most likely have been me. Second was Jayco only had a one-piece insulated roof, whereas Crusader had an insulated roof and floor. So that's a big difference between the two as far as, insulation's concerned and how well that caravan's going to cool and keep that heat in, as well. And then the third point was quality and finish. The Jayco was well built, but just the finer details that we noticed. On the Crusader, it just seemed to feel, more care was taken. And then when you look on the Facebook groups of the Crusader owners, they just had positive things to say about the brand. Very little criticism of it. Jayco, on the other hand, had some mixed, reviews, some positive and others, talking about the quality of workmanship. From what we saw and what we knew there would be issues based on, looking at the all-terrain to begin with. Fourthly, it was the little things such as, P-traps in the plumbing, piano hinges on all the doors and cupboards, latches on showers and latches on the showers and the doors, the sliding doors ensuite. The sliding door as opposed to a concertina door. Just little things that made Crusader, or what Crusader did, make it look like a higher quality caravan. Fifth point was colors of the interior. So there are so many options available to choose from with the Crusader, whereas Jayco, we just felt the colors were very limited in what you could do. And finally was the flexibility we had with Crusader. The ability to fine tune the layout to our family was important to us. In the end, the van itself was more expensive than the Jayco by the time we added all these extras, but we were prepared to pay for that. Crusader at the time also had a special offer going on and just seemed more flexible with pricing. Not sure if it was because of, or not sure because it was COVID or, the extreme demand for caravans, but it was almost of the attitude of Jayco is like, if you didn't buy it, someone else will. So it's kind of why we also went with the Crusader. The Crusader caravan just felt like the caravan, I guess it was able to be customized for us. We knew all these extra items would cost us, but I guess it would allow us to enjoy the caravan more, instead of settling and wishing, if we chose the Jayco. Don't get me wrong, the Jayco build is a great van, but Crusader just seemed to tick more of the boxes for us. So what we'll do is we'll do another video showing what options and extras we chose and why we chose those extras, what our wish list was and how we justified the options as extras. So if this video has been helpful, we'd love you to give us a thumbs up, and while you're at it, hit that subscribe button so you get notified when we release another video. We're always checking out new sites and playing around with gear and equipment. If you have any other questions to this video, hit us up in the comment section below and I'll do my best to answer these questions or any questions you may have. Until next time.